next step is to scribe a line at the floor height Okay, now we're going to shave off the battens up to the line that we carved. Okay, once they're shaved back, I'm going to just lightly sand the surface to ensure that they are all removed and are flush with the front wall. We're trying to provide a good gluing surface between the back of the porch and the front of the wall. What we need to do next is to cut bracing to go along the peaks on both sides and across the top of the side walls. This will help to avoid warping when we're in the process of staining and painting the walls. Okay, we're going to set up the saw to cut the braces that go along this direction. So I'm going to use this spacer board to allow me to set the angle on my to match this angle. Now let's verify that this cut is at the correct angle, and it appears to be. So now let's continue cutting out the 4 top angle pieces. I'm going to line up this line with this edge right here. Now I'm repeating the process on the opposite side. And marking the gable. I also put a little mark here just to indicate which direction the saw is going to have to travel. It just helps when you're cutting parts to verify that everything is where it needs to be. Okay. Okay, we'll get part 1 glued on. I'm using canopy glue for all of my gluing on the wooden structure. As you're fitting the pieces, it sometimes will become necessary to re-trim the length. That's what I had to do in this case, is make this just a tad shorter so that it fits nice and flush with the top of the wall. I have set up my saw to cut a 32-inch degree angle. And what I'm going to do is rip a edge on this 1/8 inch by 4 inch piece of basswood. Cutting this angle cut out of this wide piece of material is far safer than trying to work with any narrow pieces fed through the saw set at this type of an angle. All right, here is the strip that I cut off. This is our beveled edge, and we will apply that to the face of the wall. Now we position our side brace and mark. To ensure that this side of the wall is even with this gable, I had to sand it down slightly. Taking off just a little bit on this corner. Okay, I've got glue applied to that wide face with the bevel cut. Now I'm going to slide this into position and then use this board to ensure that everything is level across the top. And now I've got this one pressed into place the way I would like it to be. Now we'll let those dry. In preparation for spray painting the interior black, I have covered the exterior in painter's tape, being particular about making sure that the tape is pressed in tightly around all the window and door openings.